Welcome to the Tabletop Simulator tutorial series. I'm Kimiko from Berserk Games, and this episode is all about custom content. One major feature of Tabletop Simulator is being able to create your own games and import 3D models. I'm going to go over the various things you can do, from the very basic game creation to more in-depth and creative games. You will see that the possibilities really are endless when it comes to creating your own custom content for use in Tabletop Simulator. The first thing I'll go over is the Deck Builder tool. This tool has been around for quite some time, but it now officially is a part of Tabletop Simulator. This was created by Andrew, also known as Nwinity, and he has done a great job implementing this for Tabletop Simulator. To use this tool, just go to your folder where Tabletop Simulator is installed and look for Deck Builder. This is an easy and convenient way to put your cards together without having to manually do it yourself. Just choose New Deck and drag your image files into the open space like so. If you go to Options, you can check the size of your cards and also choose a color for your background. If you go to View, you can zoom in or zoom out or show the grid so you can see exactly how it's supposed to look once cut. If you want to move the cards around, you can easily do so by dragging and dropping. If you need more than one of the same card, you can just Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V to copy and paste them in place. The 70th slot in the template is for the hidden card, so when a card is placed in players' hands, no one will see their cards except for themselves, so be sure to put a card different from the rest so you know it's supposed to be hidden. To save your new deck, go to File and click Save Deck As. If you want a similar deck but make minor changes to it, you can click Clone Deck and adjust it as needed and save as before. And finally, once you have completed your deck, you can click on Export Deck to have it saved as a JPEG. You can choose the dimensions of your card and whether you wish to keep the aspect ratio or not. Keep in mind that we recommend your export size is smaller than 5000 by 5000. Remember that the larger the file, the more RAM is used up. Another thing to note, that no matter if you have one card on your template or use up the entire thing, it will still use up the same amount of RAM. So if you upload 10 templates with one card each, you are going to have a lot harder time with memory usage than if you put each card on one template and just upload the one. Now that you have that down, let's go over how you actually bring the cards into Tabletop Simulator and create other custom content. Click on Host, then Chest, and then Custom. Now choose the Deck option. You will see a pop-up box that says Custom Deck. This is where you can create your own playing cards, trading cards, or any kind of cards for your game. The first slot is for the face of the cards, so each card in the slot will have a different face image based on what you put in the template. You already created your face template in the Deck Builder, right? All you need to do is upload that image and copy the URL in the spot listed above. The second area is for the back picture, like in a normal deck of cards where the back is all the same. You upload your back card image and input the URL. If you wanted double-sided cards or a different back image for each card, you can use the Deck Builder again, upload your image, and input the URL in the slot like normal. Remember to checkmark the Unique Backs box. The next part is where you determine how many cards will go in your deck. Change the slider to the correct number of cards based on your templates above. You can upload your sideways decks one of two ways. You can keep your card upright like a normal card, but have the text or image on it sideways. When you input the URL in the Custom Deck menu, you want to check the Sideways Deck box so that your card is readable when you press Alt-Zoom. The other thing you can do is create your image and text horizontally, drag those into the Deck Builder, upload your JPEG like normal, and when you input the URL into the Custom Deck menu, be sure to not check the Sideways Deck box because your cards will be already horizontal when you Alt-Zoom. Go ahead and click the Import button and see your brand new deck for yourself. The second object is a paper figurine. For this, you just need to enter in the URL of the image you want to place on the paper part of the token. It's recommended to use JPEGs when you can, as some PNGs might show up black. The third object is for custom models. The menu that pops up tells you everything you need to import your 3D model. We use OBJ format, so you will need the raw data of your model to import it. While it says to paste the notepad data into Pastebin, that's not the only site you can use, but this is the easiest and most convenient. Keep in mind that if you do use Pastebin, there is a 500 kilobyte max upload size. For demonstration purposes, I will be using Pastebin. I'm not going to go over how to actually create a 3D model, as this is assumed you are already familiar with modeling. If you wish to learn basic modeling, there are great tutorials online. Once you have your model created, you will need to export your model as an OBJ file. Open your OBJ file in Notepad or WordPad. Click Ctrl-A to select the entire contents of your file. Then click Ctrl-C to copy it and then paste it into a new pastebin file. Click Submit New Paste, and in the top area under your username, if logged in, look for the word RAW. Click the new URL that is in your address bar of your file and now paste it into the top box of the custom model in Tabletop Simulator. The second part you need is the texture of the image. It is recommended to save your textures as JPEGs to ensure they show up properly. Upload your texture to your site of choice and copy the URL to the image and paste it in the second slot of the custom model menu. Optionally, you can add in a normal or bump map as well. If you need to, also input the URL to your custom mesh collider. Then you can choose the other options that go with your model. First, you choose if you want the material to be either plastic, wood, or metal. Then you can choose what type of object it is. Click Import and you will see your 3D model in game. Now that you know how to import your 3D models, you can either save the objects you just imported to your chest or share it with everyone else by uploading it to the Steam Workshop. The final option is the custom board. You will see a board pop-up box. This is a simple one. You just need to find or upload an image and input the URL of what you'd like to show on the board. You can put anything, a nice background of a forest, a pretty sunset, or use it for its real purpose, a board game. Here's my example board game so you can see how it looks. Now you can see my game is ready to go. I have my board, my deck of cards, and my playing pieces. If you go to Host, then Games, and then Custom, you will see the same custom deck menu that popped up in the chest menu. This is another way to get your game set up a little bit more quickly. It includes the option for a deck of cards and a custom board. This is good for quick game setups. Take what you've learned from all the tutorials thus far and get your creative juices flowing. As you can see, the community has made some fantastic things. You can use the in-game assets we provide to you, create your own custom models, or just come up with a unique game idea that you can call your own. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and feel more comfortable about creating custom content. The next episode is going to focus on the Steam Workshop, so you'll learn how to actually upload your newly created game for everyone to play. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned!